Yo, what up, this is Casey Marita back with another video for God, the Real Black Jesus in the Kingdom of Heaven. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a freestyle message, but I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all haven't checked out my new music, check out my music, check out my old music, check out Tiaria videos and shit, check out my videos. If y'all really gonna be educated about the truth more and about the true gospel, not no religious shit, but the true, gospel on that shit, whatever you'd want to call it, just basically knowledge and revelation, spiritual knowledge that comes from the kingdom, and that literally TR will be speaking, and what I'll be speaking on some stuff too. So yeah, trying to make myself look as good as I can on this phone camera, even though it's terrible and doesn't really show how I actually look like. But this is all right now. This is all right the way it is right now, I guess. But yeah, I look good in white. But yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna say this, man. I ain't gonna hide nothing, man. I ain't gonna hide nothing, I'm really going to continue to grind for Jesus' kingdom and push out revelation and truth and speak up against this demonic system. And, the devil and whoever else, the fallen angels, demons, whoever, Even though the demons are going to turn their back on Satan. Just like how Satan turned his back on his celebrities that sold their soul to him. Satan will turn on them. Well, guess what? The demons, the monsters, are going to turn on Satan, and Satan will be tortured forever. So there's a true topic right there. Or true, whatever I just said, true. Whatever you'd want to call it, or whatever, think about it, whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with myself. Like I've been saying, I'm happy with my life. And, I remember a few days ago, I got in it with my peer support from the whole mental health shit. Because I literally, God literally led me to basically speak up about it and check that dude and be like, he said he a pastor, so I guess he's a pastor. He's into all that stuff. But like I said, man, I felt in my spirit that dude was like, come on, man. Like literally, I be seeing him. He be picking me up sometimes, and we talk about spiritual stuff. And I just feel like he's rejecting the whole truth, honestly. And I checked him about that. I was like, man, how you gonna keep debating it with Tiario and shit, with the stuff that I show him? And he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. I understand. I want nothing but the best for people. But at the same time, like, he was hard headed. He was hard headed. He a little hard headed. But I understand. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody has their own vision, their views. And I'm not gonna say he hasn't been supportive a little bit. What I'm saying, I guess he's been cool with me. We've been cool, but it's just not everything is gonna click. When you talk to certain people, and me, I felt that dude was in the false doctrines. Like this dude literally said something about oh yeah, you gotta about what the Bible said about authorities. And dude, I'm too smart for that. You can't deceive me about that shit. Saying I'm supposed to obey the authorities. No. You're only supposed to obey the authorities if they're of God. See how I twist that scripture up? The authorities is God and Jesus. And then whoever's attached to that and who really, has high credentials into the kingdom of heaven. So yeah, those are the authorities. Evil government people, they're not authorities. They just have that title. Doesn't mean they're authorities. They act as authorities. They do crooked shit and they do wicked shit. These authorities do wicked and crooked shit. Look what they done to me. Y'all know my story. Y'all know what I've been through. I've been open about it all on my YouTube channel, video after video, and I'm open about the whole mental health situation where they basically crucified me. I love that song, y'all. Crucified by Evil Haters. Like that's a good that song has a good message to it. That's exactly what I'm going through. And then I was speaking truth to this dude. I was heated. He was mad. Well, he didn't like that I was cussing because I was heated. Which I told him nowhere in the Bible does it say cussing is wrong. Because that's how I believe. That's what I believe. Cussing ain't wrong. Because, like, look at this. Like, would you... So this is what I wrote down on Facebook. I was like, would you choose the person who lies but doesn't cuss? Or the person that cusses but speaks the truth? See what I mean? See what I mean? Cussing out the devil ain't wrong in my eyes. I guess in his head, I guess cussing is wrong. And that's like saying, let's say my name Casey. That's like the government saying, oh, the name Casey is a cuss word. And they teach that all in school. Not everybody gonna be thinking Casey is a cuss word. See how slave that mindset is? I'm like, dude, just because the government says this is a cuss word, people are gonna believe it because that's what the government tells them. See what I mean? The government tells you Casey is a cuss word. I'm just using that as an example. So I mean, come on, like, dude, I'm not dumb. I wasn't born yesterday. I know my shit, and I'm infinity times smarter than that dude. Especially because, like, I showed him deep stuff about Tiario too. Some deep stuff, you know. Basically about God's bad side and God not being perfect. And he's trying to, you know, twist it in his own way, view on it. About the scripture about God saying, shit, what was I gonna say? That God said, he's sorry that he created man. And God's not perfect. God makes mistakes. I told him all about that. And, you know, and you know, the thing about people saying, oh, like religious people, like Christians be saying, who are you to, I forgot. I'm trying to think. Who are you to question God? Basically, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's like, who are you to question God? And, you know, but Jesus did it. Like Tiario said, Jesus questioned God. Lord, why have you forsaken me? There's all that knowledge. Y'all can look it up. Y'all can go to Tiario's website, listen to all that stuff, sign up for Superfan access, and there's tons of truth, tons of topics, tons of amazing stuff he does for Jesus' kingdom, and he has built for God and the real Black Jesus kingdom, the kingdom of heaven. So basically, yeah, you know. But yeah, you know, yeah, that dude's my peer support. You know, I wish nothing for the best for him, but for you to literally trying to like he would mention shit about over and over again about, okay, like maybe getting a job or maybe doing this, doing that, getting a job or some shit and working for Summit or the mental health shit or whatever the fuck it is, you know. Because I think they might have programs about that shit. I don't know. Probably in me, I'm just more about working for Jesus' kingdom. That's what I'm at. I'm not trying to drain all my energy away and sell myself to a system that doesn't give a shit about me. I'm not working for a system that wants me to burn in hell with them. That's satanic and evil. And I still don't think they're going to put me off of injections, even if I was to work. And even then, like, I'm like, dude, I'm picking my battle. I'd rather battle and spend more time for God and Jesus than battle and work at a job and stuff. You know, I've already been through all that. I've done tons of work. I worked at a job. I've done tons of yard work, certain work at the lake, all sorts of stuff I've done, you know, in my life. So, yeah, you know, I've done work. I've done a lot of work. And, you know, and even like trying to fix up a house and stuff a little bit, doing that work, you know. And, you know, definitely like, yeah, you know, I definitely did all that stuff, but I knew that ain't getting me into heaven. So why are they trying to push this on me when it's not going to get me into heaven? It makes no sense. It's just demonic and evil because God's people is not supposed to be struggling financially at all. We're not. But the government's so evil, they want all the money to themselves. They do all this stuff just to keep people slaving to them. And I just spoke out. I speak out about stuff like that. Y'all know me. I was speaking on YouTube about all that stuff. I have so many topics about that stuff. Tiario said stuff, talked about that in his videos and stuff. Like how the system is set up to make you sell your soul to the devil. Yeah. The system is set up. Look that video up. The system is set up to sell your soul to the devil. That's the system of the world is set up for you to sell your soul to the devil. That's what it is. I'm not selling my soul to no damn which job or being. Come on, man. I know my worth. I know my worth, and I know how much work I put in. I know, And like I said, these celebrities don't work. They don't work. I don't consider that working. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not work. Even I would say even at the jobs, that's not really work. That's a whole different topic. But basically, yeah, definitely, all that stuff obviously ain't gonna get you into heaven. That ain't work that's gonna get you into heaven. And what I'm about is spreading truth, opening up people out, saving souls from hell, really doing what I can do for Jesus' kingdom, and moving through the spirit like that. No matter what I go through, and my hair is all like, I don't know why I look like this in the camera, but it's just a terrible camera. But, definitely, like I said, man. Like I said, I guess he just mentions, he mentions that about, like, all that stuff, Because I think my goal was to be independent, I guess. I guess that's what they say, I said. Which, working at a job ain't independent to me. And plus, they're taking away my independence by putting me on drugs and injections. See, and I even said, like, Moses and Pharaoh. Kind of makes me feel like I'm Moses to Pharaoh. Looking through at everything. Like, God's people on this earth, for Saints people, is like Moses to Pharaoh right now. The wicked, corrupt government is Pharaoh. Us people chosen by God, we want to be free. We want to be free from all that. From this cursed government. We want to have our own. That's what it is, We want to be set free from all that stuff. And that's what I'm about. I'm about helping God's people. People that really want to make it to heaven. I'm about people who really want to learn and not be ignorant, not be dumb, not be, childish, and want to actually be mature and listen and take accountability. And that's what you have in the government. People don't take accountability in the government. These authorities, which is of Satan, they worship Satan and all this stuff, mental health and behavior health, whatever you want to call it. They worship Satan. And kind of what kind of makes them look stupid is that they are persecuting me and actually make it like, come on, do y'all read the Bible? Have y'all read the damn Bible? That's what I tell these motherfuckers who are authorities. Have y'all read the damn Bible? Because y'all doing the same exact shit to me. And if you look at my resume, that's all backed up. That's all backed up on my resume, what I've done. People's been threatening to murder me, kill me. I can't even leave the house without fearing for my life because motherfuckers threatening me. Motherfuckers wanted to jump me or whatever because they hate that I'll be spreading truth in the community or my platform on YouTube and stuff and on Facebook. Motherfuckers wanted to jump me, steal my chain. I'm like, dude, that's why I told these doctors I needed I want to walk in self-defense. I want guns to walk in self-defense because I've been told them that years ago. And they looked at me like I was crazy or something for mentioning that. And then just so happened I get jumped and it's their fault. They need to be held accountable for that. Because the government and the whole system and the psychiatrists who I literally told dude, I need guns for self-defense. Crazy people out here, sane people are after me. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Well, I guess I ain't crazy now when I got jumped. I guess I ain't mentally ill now for thinking that people threatening me and trying to kill me and shit. I guess I'm not crazy now because that's what been happening. Getting death threats on the internet, all this stuff. Even though I've reached so many people, so much people love what I do. I've reached hundreds and thousands of people with my platform. Say so some here, everything, reached tons of people, thousands of people. Taught them the truth, taught them reality, bringing them in Jesus' kingdom and God, or at least helping them go through their life and have a clear mindset and a love and a true, truth mindset. Living in reality and truth, in spirit and truth. Yeah. And I guess I'm not crazy now. Who's crazy now? So it's their fault. I blame these motherfuckers for that, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have got jumped. I would have been able to shoot the dude, kill the dude, send him to hell, send Satan's people to hell, send that dude to hell, and protect myself. This dude literally threatening to stab me, literally speaking in my face and shit, and he pushed me to the ground and shit. See, honestly, I wasn't even trying to I was too nonchalant about that shit. I was like, whatever, what are you, come on. People thought I probably should have fought the dude. Nah, I'd rather kill the dude in self-defense. Y'all really think I'm gonna fist fight a dude? Come on, that's childish. I'd rather shoot that dude in self-defense and kill him and send him to hell. And that's crazy, because I remember watching TR's video after that. I'm super fan access on his website, talking about how people it's like God speaking into it, like he has God speaking, and saying stuff like people gonna suffer for harming God's people. So yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. They're gonna suffer for that shit. They're gonna face the karma. They're not gonna get away with it. And all the psychiatrists that didn't want me to walk in self-defense, when I told them, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You should have let me strap up. I don't even care if I live in a group home. I have the right to strap up. Come on, I'm no criminal. I'm not into no criminal shit. They just want to say I'm mentally ill because I believe in the truth. I'm in reality. And they're Satan's people. They're criminals. They're crooked. I'm not going to look at these authorities like they're not crooked. No. I'm going to use my head. I'm not going to have a slave mindset. I'm not going to be brainwashed. I'm going to question them. I'm going to question their authority, and they hate that. They hate that I question them. They do not like me questioning them, because it gets to the gritty truth. To the gritty truth. And they can't stand that. They can't stand that. I've checked all of them. I've dissed them. I did all that. I made videos about this mental health shit. And, they're pissed. They're pissed. They really are. People are pissed. People want to kill me. And they do nothing about it. They ain't going to let me, walk in self-defense, because I would love to walk in self-defense. I really would. I really would. I would love to be able to walk around with a rifle, a shotgun, a pistol, whatever the fuck. And, and if anybody try me, ooh, I have a gun. I can just shoot them, blast it at them, kill them, send them to hell, send Satan's people to hell. And shame on you, mental and behavioral health, because y'all done nothing but try to ruin my life. Human trafficking me in your system. And I know the truth about all that stuff. I know the truth about everything about mental health. I've done my research. I know what